Welcome to today's edition of
Now You Know. I'm Ryan.
And I'm Kathy.
We have a crazy story for you today.
Yes, it's story time from Annapolis.
Some of Joe Biden's EPA bureaucrats thought it would be a good idea to send up to 2 million gallons of toxic waste to Baltimore City.
Some of the East Palestine, Ohio Railroad chemical toxic waste was coming to Maryland on railroad tankers to be treated and discharged.
The treated water would then be flushed into the aging Baltimore City sewer lines.
What? The sewer lines that have frequent failures and leaks?
Yes, those same old sewer lines. Once the treated water goes through those sewer lines, it would end up at the infamous backwater wastewater treatment plant.
Do you mean the plant that had a 2-alarm fire just 2 weeks ago? The plant that regularly dumps into the back river and then the Chesapeake Bay? The plant that has frequent sewer overflows?
Yep, that same wastewater treatment plant that the state took over because it is so dysfunctional. And the Dundalk community reported last year seeing literal black poop floating around in the river from the failures of this plant.
We are really empathetic towards the people in Ohio who live near the train derailment where many toxic chemicals were released and burned near their homes.
The effects of that disaster are still being felt by residents who have said they are suffering from health issues from exposure to the remnants of the chemical toxins.
But the decision by the EPA to bring toxic wastewater to Maryland is shocking, considering that the plan was for the treated waters to go through Back River Wastewater Treatment Plant and into the Chesapeake Bay, our greatest natural resource.
Over the past week, we have rallied against this decision and brought together state, local, and federal leaders to push back against the EPA. Over 1,000 Marylanders signed an online petition that we initiated, and countless emails and phone calls were flooding into Mayor Scott's office to stop this insanity.
Thankfully, the mayor announced on Monday night that the treated water could not be released into the city sanitary sewer system. We appreciate the work of the Department of Public Works in halting this disaster.
As a result, Clean Harbors then announced that they would take the toxic wastewater somewhere other than Maryland.
The work isn't over yet. We're working on bipartisan legislation with Democrats here in Annapolis to see how this proposal could have even been considered.
We thank so many of you for your swift and decisive opposition that certainly helped keep toxic water out of our state and ultimately the Chesapeake Bay.